What if I told you that the global financial system, a club dominated by the US dollar, the euro, and the yen for as long as anyone can remember, has just quietly admitted a new member from a most unexpected part of the world? And what if this new member isn't just joining the ranks of traded currencies, but is being directly integrated into the very platforms you and I use to send money to friends, pay for services, and buy things online every single day? Forget the slow, bureaucratic world of international finance you're used to. A seismic event is unfolding in real time, and it centers on a currency many have written off, the Iraqi dinar. For years, the narrative around the dinar has been one of potential, a story of what if whispered in investment forums and speculative circles. But today, right now, that potential has transformed into tangible, undeniable reality. The Iraqi dinar has officially entered the realm of global peer-to-peer payments, with integration into behemoths like PayPal and Venmo going live. This isn't just a minor update or a technical footnote. This is a historic shift, a legitimization on a scale that was previously unimaginable, and it fundamentally alters the dinar's position in the world. It moves it from being a largely localized, cash-based currency subject to the volatile winds of regional politics and economic uncertainty, and launches it directly into the digital bloodstream of global commerce. Think about what this means on a practical level. Until this moment, if you held Iraqi dinar outside of Iraq, transacting with it was a logistical nightmare. You were dealing with physical cash, limited bank convertibility, and a maze of regulations that made it anything but liquid. It was an asset, perhaps, but not a functional currency in the global sense. But with its integration into PayPal and Venmo, that entire paradigm is shattered. Instantly, the dinar gains a level of liquidity and accessibility previously reserved for major world currencies. An individual in London can now, in theory, send dinar to a business partner in Baghdad as easily as they send British pounds to a friend in Edinburgh. A freelance graphic designer in Iraq can now receive payment for their work from a client in the United States directly in dinar, through a platform the client already knows and trusts, without the client having to navigate complex international wire transfers or currency exchange services that take hefty fees. This seamless integration does more than just facilitate ease of use. It bestows a powerful sense of legitimacy. PayPal and Venmo are not niche platforms. They are pillars of the modern digital economy. Their compliance teams, their legal frameworks, and their technical standards are among the most rigorous in the world. For them to integrate a currency, it must pass 1,000 checks and balances. It signals to the entire world that the Iraqi dinar has reached a threshold of stability and international recognition that warrants its place alongside the dollar and the euro in the digital wallets of millions. This move is not happening in a vacuum. It is the culmination of years of effort, both visible and behind the scenes. The Iraqi government has been working tirelessly to stabilize its economy, strengthen its banking sector, and comply with international anti-money laundering and counterterrorism financing standards set by bodies like the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF. This integration is a powerful vote of confidence in those reforms. It tells the global financial community that Iraq is open for business in a new, digitally native way. But the implications run even deeper than formal economics. This is about financial sovereignty. For decades, many countries have had to route their international transactions through the US dollar system, a reality that gives the United States enormous geopolitical leverage. The ability for the dinar to circulate on major P2P platforms creates a new channel for economic activity, one that can, over time, reduce this dependency. It empowers Iraqi businesses and citizens to engage with the global economy on their own terms, using their own national currency. It fosters a more inclusive financial ecosystem where value can be transferred directly, peer-to-peer, without always needing to pass through the traditional gatekeepers of the global banking system. This is a quiet revolution, but a revolution nonetheless. And it's one that you are witnessing the very beginning of right now. But this is just the foundation, the first layer of a much larger and more complex story. To truly understand the power of this moment, you need to see the bigger picture, the global chessboard on which this move is being played. So, stay with me because what I'm about to share next will connect these dots in a way that will completely reshape your understanding of what's truly at stake. So, we've established the monumental fact. The Iraqi dinar is now live on PayPal and Venmo. But to truly grasp the seismic nature of this shift, we cannot look at it in isolation. We must pull the camera back and see this event as a single, powerful move on a vast global chessboard, where the very architecture of international finance and power is being relentlessly contested. This integration is not merely a convenient new feature for a niche currency. It is a direct and deliberate challenge to the established world order, a calculated step into the arena of de-dollarization. For the better part of a century, the US dollar has reigned supreme as the world's primary reserve currency, the default medium for international trade, and the bedrock of the global financial system. This exorbitant privilege has granted the United States unparalleled influence, allowing it to wield the dollar as a tool of foreign policy through sanctions and financial pressure. But what we are witnessing now is a global, multi-pronged rebellion against this monopoly. From the BRICS nations aggressively promoting trade in their own local currencies to central banks around the world diversifying their gold and foreign exchange reserves away from the dollar, the landscape is shifting. And into this ferment steps the Iraqi dinar, now digitally equipped to participate in this new, multipolar financial world. Its presence on global P2P platforms provides a viable, technologically enabled alternative for transactions that might have once been forced into the dollar system. It offers a pathway, however nascent, for Iraq and its trade partners to bypass dollar-based sanctions and the associated control mechanisms, asserting a new degree of economic independence. This strategic dimension is inextricably linked to Iraq's own internal metamorphosis. The nation is sitting on some of the world's largest proven oil reserves, a source of immense potential wealth that has historically been a curse as much as a blessing. For decades, the revenue from this oil was funneled through a system vulnerable to corruption, mismanagement, and the whims of global crude prices. The digitalization of the dinar, starting with this P2P integration, represents a profound attempt to modernize and solidify the entire Iraqi economy around its most valuable asset. Imagine a future where Iraq's oil and gas exports, increasingly being directed towards new partners in Asia and Europe, could be settled in dinar through digital channels that are transparent, efficient, and instantaneous. This moves the nation's primary source of wealth from the opaque world of commodity trading into the clear, auditable light of digital finance. It builds a direct and stronger bridge between the nation's resource wealth and the value of its currency in the hands of its citizens and international partners. This is about building a modern economic state, not just an oil-rich one. It's about transforming crude oil in the ground into digital value in a PayPal account, and in doing so, creating a more stable and diversified economic foundation for future generations. This integration is the first, crucial step in wiring the Iraqi economy for the 21st century, making it more resilient to external shocks and internal corruption by bringing a significant portion of its financial activity onto regulated, transparent digital platforms. But the story doesn't end with high-level geopolitics and national economic strategy. The most immediate and explosive impact will be felt on the ground, by the people of Iraq and international investors who have followed this currency for years. For the average Iraqi citizen, this is a gateway to financial inclusion on a global scale. A young tech entrepreneur in Basra can now seamlessly receive investment from abroad or sell their software to a global customer base without the paralyzing friction of the past. For an Iraqi artist, their audience is no longer confined to their immediate geography. They can sell their digital art to anyone, anywhere, and receive payment directly and securely. This unleashes a wave of human potential and entrepreneurial energy that was previously locked away by a cumbersome financial system. For the international community and investors, the implications are equally profound. The liquidity event that was once a theoretical discussion is now a practical reality. The ability to easily transfer dinar across borders instantly redefines its character as an asset. It is no longer a static, physical holding. It is a dynamic, liquid digital instrument. This increased velocity of money, the ease with which it can change hands, is a primary driver of perceived value and utility. It integrates the dinar into the global ecosystem of value exchange, subjecting it to the market forces of supply and demand on a scale it has never before experienced. This is the crucible in which true, market-driven value is formed. But to understand where this value is ultimately heading and what it means for the future of this nation and its currency, we need to look forward to project the potential outcomes of this historic leap. The final piece of this puzzle is the most critical, and it's what I will break down for you right now. We have navigated the stunning announcement and deciphered its strategic place in the global contest for financial influence. Now, we arrive at the most critical question of all. What comes next? The activation of the Iraqi dinar on platforms like PayPal and Venmo is not an endpoint. It is a starting pistol firing at the beginning of a long and complex race toward economic normalization and potential revaluation. This digital leap creates a powerful, real-time feedback loop between the currency's international perception and its domestic stability. For the first time, global sentiment about Iraq's future can be instantly reflected in the demand for its currency in accessible, public marketplace. This is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it rewards progress. As Iraq continues to stabilize, attract foreign investment, and demonstrate political cohesion, the world can express its confidence not just in words, but in action by acquiring and holding dinar through these new, frictionless channels. This creates organic, market-driven demand that can strengthen the currency's value from the outside in. Conversely, it also imposes a new level of discipline. Any significant regression, political turmoil, or security crisis would likely lead to a rapid and visible sell-off or a freeze in transactional activity on these very platforms, providing a clear, unbiased barometer of international confidence that the Iraqi government can no longer ignore. This constant, transparent pressure from the global market is perhaps the strongest incentive yet for Iraq's leadership to maintain a course of reform, stability, and good governance. The path forward, therefore, is one of convergence. The digital P2P value of the dinar must now gradually converge with the official, government-managed exchange rate. Currently, a significant gap often exists between the two, but the existence of a legitimate, global, and easy-to-use digital marketplace for the dinar will inevitably exert a powerful gravitational pull on the official rate. It creates a parallel, transparent benchmark. As volume grows on these platforms, the Central Bank of Iraq will face increasing pressure to align its official rate with this market-driven reality to prevent arbitrage opportunities and capital flight. This process of alignment is a fundamental prerequisite for any serious discussion of a revaluation, or what is technically known as a change in the official peg. A revaluation is not an event that happens in a vacuum. It is the culmination of a sustained period of proven stability, demonstrably strong reserves, controlled inflation, and now, critically, a currency that is actively and stably traded in the international digital sphere. The P2P integration is the mechanism that will test and prove the dinar's mettle, building the necessary confidence for the central bank to make that historic decision. It provides the data, the liquidity, and the global participation needed to justify a new, stronger valuation that truly reflects the underlying wealth and potential of the Iraqi nation. This leads us to the ultimate potential, a future that is now within the realm of possibility. We are looking at a scenario where the Iraqi dinar transitions from a speculative asset to a legitimate store of value and a medium for regional and even global trade. This is not a fantasy. It is a logical endpoint of the journey that has just begun. A successfully managed currency, backed by vast oil and gas reserves, integrated into global digital payment systems, and accepted as a means of exchange by international partners, ceases to be a local currency and becomes a regional powerhouse. It could facilitate trade across the Middle East, reducing dependency on the dollar for intra-regional business. It could become a model for other resource-rich nations seeking greater financial autonomy. For the Iraqi people, this translates into tangible prosperity, reduced costs for imported goods, increased purchasing power, lower inflation, and the pride that comes with a strong, respected national currency on the world stage. This is the historic shift we are witnessing. It is a story of technology empowering sovereignty, of a nation rewriting its economic destiny through digital means. You are not just an observer of this story, you are witnessing its first chapter unfold in real time. The foundations have been laid. The infrastructure is now active. The world is watching. The only question that remains is how this new chapter will be written, and the actions taken from this day forward will determine its outcome. This is a story that is evolving by the minute, and staying ahead of the information curve is absolutely crucial. If you found this deep dive valuable, if you want to continue this journey with me and be among the first to understand the next critical developments as they happen, then you need to be part of this community. Do not let this moment pass you by. Hit that like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this is important content that needs to be shared. Subscribe to the channel and, most importantly, ring that notification bell. By turning on all notifications, you are guaranteeing that you will be alerted the very second I release new, groundbreaking information on this topic. The next video is already in production, and it will contain insights you simply will not find anywhere else. The conversation doesn't end here. I want to hear from you. What do you think the most significant impact of this move will be? What questions are still burning in your mind? Leave your thoughts, your predictions, and your questions in the comments section below. I personally read every single comment, and your input helps shape the content you see next. This is more than just a news update. It is a dialogue, a collective effort to understand one of the most significant financial stories of our time. So, become a part of it. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's continue this conversation. I will see you in the next video, which is coming very, very soon.